Even if tomorrow I'm going to be dead, I'll not miss that day. I'll have to work out fast before I die. I'm your trainer, Jasper Bravo. Today, I'm taking you through tricks, tips, and tools that if you have in your toolbox are going to help you have that aesthetic body that you've been looking for, and we are starting right now. Number one trick, the best trick, one of the best trick I've ever had is having what is called workout snacks. What are workout snacks? Workout snacks are just those workouts that you put in that apart from your main workout when you go to the gym every day, or when you go for a run every day, or when you go for swimming, your main workout, you have some other snacks along the way. So let's say, for instance, you are at work and you feel sleepy. You can go down and do a few push-ups. Or let's say when you're just somewhere sitting with your friends and making stories, you feel some pain in your back and you want to stand. Instead of just standing, you can stand and do some 20 or 30 body squats. Whatever it is you can do at place where you are at, that is what you call workout snack. For instance, there are people who wake up in the morning and the first thing they do is they do some push-ups. That can be your workout snack. These things are going to help you so much. Or when you're traveling, for instance, and you find yourself, let's say you stop somewhere just to have a drink or just eat something, then you can tell yourself, let me go at a place where nobody's seeing me, so I do some few push-ups, some few sit-ups. When somebody hears me say this, they think it's crazy, but this is one of the things I used the most, especially when I was in school, where we could not get an access to a gym and we could only have a certain time of playing, which is games time. And sometimes you find that during games time is when the teacher comes in, so you can't go work out. So what I used to do always was having those snacks. Let's say just before a teacher comes in and there's a space in between there, I'll drop down and do some push-ups like 30, then I come back, sit, continue with my class. Or sometimes when I'm studying and I feel so dizzy, I just drop down, do some sit-ups, then I go back, continue. Throughout the day when you do that, it will accumulate to something very tangible, and it will make you be different from the rest of people who are just doing the normal workouts. It will make a difference over a long period of time. Just having those workout snacks in between or throughout your day, or when you're traveling, or when you're in a place where you can't work out. But you don't anytime you have your workout snacks, you don't consider them your normal workout. After having them, it's just, you'll still go to if you go to the gym in the evening, you still go. You don't know that you go back home, then you tell yourself, today's in the evening, I need to go back. I need to go to the gym, but since I did so much snacks during the day, I don't need to go. No, the opposite is what you're supposed to do. Just because you did your snacks during the day gives you a reason why you need to work out, because it keeps your mind also focused in your goal, and it also reminds you of what you need to keep up to, which is always working out and keeping fit all the time. Takes me to number 2 trick. One of the tools you can use is bedtime workouts. What are the bedtime workouts? These are the workouts that you just do a few minutes before you go to bed. It's not also part of your workout. And it also can help you, assuming all day you did not work out, but now you're just about to go to bed. Just take 10 seconds or 20 or 30 seconds. Just do some push-ups, some sit-ups, just to make your body a little bit, tired, so that when you drop into that bed, you are exhausted a bit and you sleep like a baby. This one works so well, especially when you've been studying the whole day, you've been in a sitting position the whole day, or you are working in an office, and then you notice that you're going to sleep and your back is just not well stretched. You just feel so tired and so lazy, and you're feeling that you just need to sleep anyway and don't have enough time to go to the gym. It's okay. This is the time just to drop down, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, do some squats, do some pull-ups. If you have a bar around your house that you can hold, you can do that, or you can take 2 stools and do some dips, just to keep the blood flowing through your system and get some exhaustion just before you go to bed. That takes me also to number 4, which is a very important trick that I've used for the longest time, and this is wake up workouts. What are the wake up workouts? This is the workout you just do to wake you up. Because we're told that the successful people, or if you really want to be successful, the tips of the successful people is that they usually have Robin Sharma always has this system. It's called Wake Up 4 a.m. Club. 4 a.m. Club, they usually have this trick that anytime you wake up in the morning, you have 60 minutes of your day before you do anything else. And this 60 is divided into 3 parts. This is 20 minutes sweat, 20 minutes meditation, and 20 minutes study. So they usually have those 3 20 minutes. So If you are in that club, or if you are not, you can choose to take one of the 20-minute sweat. This is just for you to do something to pump your blood into your system, just to wake you up, so that you make your mind alert, so that when you start doing anything throughout the day, you're in a position where you're alert and your mind is working, your brain is sharp, you're ready to face the day. And yeah, it's one of the best. And even if you don't work out through the day, at least you did something in the morning. You see, this is also something that I need you just to do, and don't consider it your normal day workout. This is just another piece of snack that you're having in the morning. Another trick that I need you to have that is going to help you hack your way through your fitness journey is having what is called workout commandments. What are the workout commandments? These are the things that you just live by. These are the workout rules that you just live by. And what is one of these workout rules can be, like mine. Let me give you, for instance, like my commandments. One of them, anytime I work out, I usually tell myself that I can never miss 2 days consecutive workouts. That's one of my commandments. Let's say I miss it today. Something happens out of ordinary that makes me not work out today. I don't allow myself to miss tomorrow. It doesn't, even if tomorrow I'm going to be dead, I'll not miss that day. I'll have to work out first before I die, for lack of a better word. So that's one of my commandments. Another commandment is always this. I usually tell myself this all the time, that never drop the weight down if you can still go for more. Never drop the weight down as if you can still go for more. So anytime I'm doing anything, this doesn't necessarily apply to the weights. Even if I'm doing, let's say I'm running, I don't allow myself to stop running if I can still go for more. I don't allow myself to stop jumping or swimming if I can go for more. I don't allow myself to stop stretching if I can go for more. Just that thing, it allows you to go through that. It's called going the 110%. So it's helping you to cross between that 110% percentage that you need to, for you to just, it's called overtrain yourself, or to go beyond your comfort zone. You see, doing more than what you could do. And how do you do that? For me, I just tell myself that I'm not going to, if it's me doing the deadlifts, I tell myself I'm not going to leave that weight down on the ground unless I can't go up anymore with it. I'm not going to stop doing that squat anymore as long as it's not going to crash me down here. You see, that's just one of the beautiful commandments I have. So you can have any of yours. You can create any commandments you want to create for yourself, but at least have some rules that control you, because human beings, when anytime we don't have rules, when we have freedom, we don't work well. In fact, human beings don't work well with freedom. In fact, we're told that there's this study that was done, and it was noticed that there were rats which were allowed to play in a room. They just lived in a room. There are 2 rats. Then, when they were left just to play around, it was a very big room. These rats most of the time were very calm, and they were not active, they were not full of life. Then the guys who were doing this study decided to draw a certain line with a chalk, just to mark for the rat how far it can go. Just a small space. And after that was done, the rats were so active and they were so happy, because now they had a restriction. Human beings, in a way, we feel good when we have a restriction, so that we know if we go beyond it, it will hurt us. If we go beyond this, we're not allowed. We don't like freedom so much as we think we do. We always like to be restricted a bit. So that's why also you need to restrict yourself. If you leave yourself with the freedom, with so much freedom that you can work out when you feel like, you can eat whatever you want to eat, you can go wherever you want to go, there's nothing you don't do, there's nothing you do, like you do anything comes, and anything, and if people give you a morale and peer pressure to make you do something, you'll be among the first people to do without asking why, then you'll find that you'll not be having a fulfilling life. In fact, you'll be having one of the most boring life. Sometimes lack of freedom is freedom itself, and too much freedom sometimes is slavery in a way. Taking you through tricks, tips, and hacks that you can use in your diet just to help you lose those pounds and have that aesthetic body that you've been looking for. Here, we're starting right now with the first one, which is, number one thing, you know that if you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to be in a caloric deficit, which means you're trying to eat less than you really require. And maybe the problem you're having is you're eating too much. Now, for those who are having this problem, this number one trick is just the best for you. This is drink water 30 to 10 minutes before your meals. How does this help? Number one, anytime you drink water just before a meal, it will send some fake signals into your brain to make you believe that you are full. So when you get into eating, or when you start feeding yourself, what's going to happen is you are going to eat, but not as much as you could have. So you'll be in a situation where you get full faster just because of the fact that you fell a bit fuller just before you went into your meals. But now the problem that a mistake that many of us do when especially we are trying to lose weight is we get to eating when we are super thirsty and hungry, and sometimes confuse being thirsty with being hungry. So you get there and you eat so much, then after that is when you notice you are thirsty, then now you force feed yourself with water and you find that your stomach is overstretched. So the best thing just to make sure that this is not happening to you is make sure you drink some water some few minutes before your meals. The second trick is anytime you feel hungry, drink some water. I know this is sounding very weird. This one somebody can think that I'm being crazy or something, but do you know that sometimes your mind tells you, your brain sends signals to your system that shows you that you're actually hungry, and what's really happening to you, sometimes you're just thirsty, you're not hungry. And after taking water is when you notice, by the way, I wasn't hungry, I was just thirsty. So just before you jump into eating that stuff that you want to jump, that cake, that piece of cake, that ice cream, ask yourself first, when last did I eat? And is it normal for me to be hungry at this time? And when last did I drink some water? And after answering these questions, chances are you're going to notice that you might be just thirsty. And if you find that's the situation, just drink some water and you relax, you'll be good. And that will allow you to reduce the amount of calories you're just having. Trick number 3, a very important tool. This is always fill your food with a lot of fibers. A lot of fibers are stuff like oatmeals, are stuff like fruits which are full of fibers like pawpaw, we have pineapple, we have we have vegetables like kales. We have so very many. You know all those stuff that have so much fiber. Try to incorporate these in your meal. So when you're having your lunch, for instance, and you want to have some beef and some rice, make sure that you pack that food of yours with a lot of fibers. Let's say a lot of kales or spinach. What this is going to do to you is it's going to make you full for longer, because fibers are what is responsible for making us feel full. So as you eat and you have fibers in your meal, the chances of you eating less because you're going to feel fuller faster is higher compared to somebody who gets to their meals and they make sure that their meal, or they just make their meal is simple without any type of carbs. Any type of fibers. Let's say it's just highly processed sweets, some juice, some piece of cake or some juice or some soda or any of these things that have no fiber. You see, when you have, or some wheat, any of these things, when you have them and they have no fiber, what is going to happen is you're really going to feel hungry faster. And number 2, you're going to eat much more, because when there's no fiber there, you're going to feel that you're fuller. You're going to feel that you're fuller slower. You'll eat so much without feeling any fuller. And then another advantage, just as by the way, another advantage also of having this fiber is that they're going to help your gut to be healthy, because they really assist your system in digestion, and that's going to make the digestion quicker. And when the digestion is quicker, gut emptying becomes faster, and the faster that is, the better for you and the better for your metabolic rate. And that takes me to another trick that you can use in your diet to make you shed those fats and keep yourself fit for longer and not regain that fat that you've lost. And that is, after your meals, you need to have a walk. Studies have shown that anytime you have a meal and you become active, that is, just after having a meal, you go around and walk, or you go do something, go for a swim, just immediately after, it's very good for your digestion, and then it's also good for your insulin. It reduces the level of insulin in your system. And anytime you know that the level of insulin is reduced, it means that insulin spike doesn't happen. If it reduces the insulin spike, it means that you're going to gain fat less, because sometimes it's the insulin spike that makes you retain so much fat due to insulin resistance. So anytime you're just finishing your meal, have a walk, go for a swim, go do your chores in the house if you wanted to do them. But the mistake that most of us usually do is, after you have just eaten, obviously if you ate a lot, you'll suffer from some food coma, you'll feel lazy, you'll feel less likely wanting to move at that time. And you'll respect that by telling yourself that let me rest the food less for a few minutes before I move around so that the digestion can take place. And the opposite is true, actually. If you move just after you're eating, is when the digestion is going to take place better, and it's better and healthy compared to when you just finish eating and you rest. And that takes me to another point, which is very important, which is a very awesome trick. This in fact is the best trick you can use in your eating, is procedure of eating your meals. Let's say you have a table full of meals, a table full of buffet, and you're just going to, you go and serve yourself. After serving yourself, you'll be having some carbs there. Of course, you'll be having some fats in form of, let's say, avocado. Because right now we are people who are serious. We only eat things which are very healthy. We have some avocado there, some fish there, some rice, and some vegetables, right? Some kales. Then you go sit down with it. The procedure and the process, the order in which you eat this food is very important. In fact, if you eat the food in a certain way, it can work against you. You see, this is it. What you need not to do first is, if you start with sugars, your insulin spike will take place really fast. If you start with carbs, the same way. So what is the right order of eating so that your insulin spike is reduced by 40%? This is anytime you're having your meals with all that, you start with vegetables. That's the first thing. Just a few bites before you go to the next thing. You eat your vegetables first. Then after that, go to the fats. What are the fats? The fats are stuff like avocado. Then after the fats, you go to the proteins. You eat your proteins. Then after proteins is when you go for your carbs. Then after the carbs, you finish with your sugars. If you eat in that order, you'll have reduced your insulin by 40%. It's funny, it's crazy, but that's what happens. But if you just go there, most of the time, what do we like doing? We starting with the soda as we wait for the food, especially when you go to the restaurant. We start with the milkshake as we wait for the food to be ready. What happens during this time is we're just spiking our insulin to a very crazy level. Your blood sugar is going up really, really fast. So that by the time you're getting to your proteins, your gut is just effed already because of the order in which you ate your meal. If you like any of these points, and if you're enjoying this video, I need you to subscribe so that you support me, to give me more morale to continue researching these videos. It takes so much time to research these videos and put them and shoot them and edit them. Yeah, so just to give me morale, just share this video. And I want you also to, if you don't mind, subscribe, and let me see you in the next one.